Truth or dare?
Why does that woman in the back look like she just cut a really nasty fart?
Come on. I just trashed another movie about making that kind of joke. All right. Anyways, Olivia, Lucas, and a group of their college friends travel to Mexico for one last getaway before graduation. While there, a stranger convinces one of the students to play a seemingly harmless game of truth or dare with the others. Once the game starts, it awakens something evil, a demon, which forces the friends to share dark secrets and confront their deepest fears. The rules are simple but wicked. Tell the truth or die. Do the dare or die. And if you stop playing, you die. All right. So I was the one that had to see this one.
So this is your overboard tonight.
All right. I am not kidding when I say that this is likely to be the worst movie of 2018.
Yeah, Overboard got some strong competition this year. Right now it's between Overboard and what it seems to be Truth or Dare.
Okay. Now, probably the difference between the two of these is that this movie actually has a pretty good concept going for it, which with this Truth or Dare game. The biggest issue is that this was horribly written. This is some of the worst dialogue I've heard from any mainstream movie in a long time. It's also it's filled with cliches. And also it's the definition of a bad PG-13 movie. If this movie had gone full R, it probably would have benefited. But for some reason, they chose PG-13, thinking that it was going to do better for the box office, which it did not. This movie bombed in the box office, and it shouldn't.
Did it though?
It did. It did very bad in the box office, very poorly.
Let me look at that while you keep talking.
Okay,
about
I'm making assumptions, maybe.
Yeah, you gotta remember. This movie was probably made on the same budget as a bunch of paper plates and paper towels in Walmart. So it probably didn't need a lot of money to make a lot of money.
Yeah. But the biggest problem I had, or not the biggest problem, one of the biggest problems I had with this movie was the bad decisions are all over this movie, particularly with the fact that once everybody realizes what's going on here.
Yeah, this movie was a hit, man.
Kill me. What did it do?
It made, the budget is $3.5 million.
Okay, what did it make?
And worldwide, it made $49 million. It made 16 times its budget.
All right, so I was wrong. Maybe there's probably going to be a sequel.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
I had no clue that it made that much money.
It was a Blumhouse movie. You know it made money even if it sucked.
Okay, guys. All right, so the movie made money. So that's the worst part about this movie.
We might be subjected to another one. It might turn out to be Ouija Origin of Evil.
It could be. But this was not as bad as Ouija was. Oh. I mean, no, this is worse than Ouija was. Sorry, this was worse than Ouija. All right, so
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I should have took that bullet with you, man.
Yeah, this is one of those movies that's so bad that you want to watch it with a group of people, though. So it's one of those.
So so this is one of those movies that you would probably buy cheap on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
And then I'll come over and we'll do like a review, watch it, trash talking kind of movie.
Yes, that kind of movie.
Oh, okay, that sounds fun.
But anyways, to get to the point of the bad decision the worst bad decision in this movie was the fact that once everybody realizes what's going on with this, that if like how the game's working right now, if you don't play you die and all that stuff, they realize the rules of the game, and still whenever somebody says something with their truth that offends them, they have to storm off whenever they know that it benefits them to stay together.
Because you know why that is?
Why?
It wouldn't make the movie at least an hour and a half if it didn't.
It's true. It's true.
If they said, "I understand why you said that. Who's next?"
Yeah,
it wouldn't be a movie at that point. No. It would just be them sitting in a room.
What they should have done was get ahead of the game and just go ahead and say all the truths that they had, that all these things that are deepest, darkest secrets to each other. But now that this should have drawn them closer, which it didn't. It tore them apart, which was stupid. Because the thing gets them whenever they're most vulnerable. So stop putting yourself in a vulnerable state by storming off every time somebody says something that you get offended by. I hated that. It absolutely made me mad, and it was almost the same character doing it every single time, which upset me. I was like, come on, stop doing this. Stop leaving and storming off every single time. It made me so mad. Because you knew as soon as that was happening that, oh, good, now it's going to get this person. So I hated that part of the movie. And then
we're playing an evil game of truth or dare, but why did you say that?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to die.
And then it had used that whole cliche of great prank, guys. Oh, great. Oh, okay. Good job, guys. Great prank, guys. I hate that in any movie, especially the horror movies, when you think you're being pranked. I was like, stop it.
That's very funny, guys. Yes. You can come out now.
Exactly. It uses that. Or the guy that does that dies because he never believed it with all the evidence in the world in front of him. He still refused to believe it and ends up dying.
The dumb skeptic.
Yes.
I just watched this person refuse to play and then instantly break their neck in a freak accident and die instantly. But I think this game is all in their heads.
Yeah.
Truth or dare? I ain't gonna play.
Yeah.
Well, then that's what you get. You dummy.
Yep. And then the other part is just the fact that even though this is supposed to be a very close group of friends, whenever they all go down the list of people that are dying, they don't care. They don't care that one of their best friends just died. Like in the very first one that died is the one that you see in the trailer, the pool table guy, with him falling off the pool table and breaking his neck. None of them were there in the room whenever that happened, but somebody got it all in video, and the video goes viral, and some of them get linked to the video. And first off, they don't. Some of them already know that what's going on is this curse, and they're trying to convince the other ones, and they're watching the video, still not convinced by the curse, and they're just rewatching the video of one of their friends falling and breaking their neck, and they're just laughing like they're watching a cat video on YouTube. That's their reaction to it.
So it might be best that they do get wiped off the face of the earth then, because that's cold and soulless.
Yeah. So like I said, none of the friends care that their friends are dying.
So why should we?
Yeah. So yeah, the movie is absolutely terrible, and it's from who I believe one of the worst directors working today, Jeff Wadlow. I sent you a screenshot of his resume, which is Never Back Down, Cry Wolf, some terrible Kevin James movie that's on Netflix right now that came out last year. Dude's bad. So yeah, I'm not a fan of his, and this movie is just another one for his resume of absolutely terrible horror movies. So I hesitate calling it a horror because you're never really scared, and like I said, it's because of it.
Would you call it a horrifically bad movie?
Yes, a horrifically bad movie. But anyways, for the score for this one, I am going to go 3 out of 10.
Wow,
I'm giving it 3 points for good concept, very bad execution.
Okay.
There was a sci-fi movie that was very similar to this that's also called Truth or Dare that came out not too long ago, and it was just way better than this.
Was the actual Sci-Fi Channel?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a Sci-Fi Channel movie that was better than if you're not as good as a Sci-Fi Channel movie, it's pretty bad. So I don't know why Jason Blum would even sign off go as far as putting his name before this movie.
Because it made nearly $50 million. That's why.
It's a business thing. It's it's a business portfolio.
Yeah, he knew he was getting his money back.
Yeah.
So did he really care?
Guys, look how much I made this movie for, and look how much it made back.
Yeah, so
that's what he's known for, I guess.
Yeah, that's what he's known for. He's known for taking these little dumb doopy-doop horror movies and then like making
some of them are usually good.
Lately they've been good, but then he's like, I got one in the can that brings back old Blumhouse.